Hey guys, so today I recorded a video on this look right here. This video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm sure it'll say that in the title or whatever, but today I'm going to be talking about how to deal with a family member dying or losing somebody due to suicide. So I'll be talking about that while I'm getting ready and all of that. So if you don't know how to get this look, just keep watching. So yeah, I'm just going to go right into it. First I'm going to start off with this Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm and Sensitive. Okay, so I don't know where to start off. I've never really talked about this. So back in 2014, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2014. Sorry, I'm really bad with the years. On November 5th, I got a call from my cousin, and she was like, can you please call Vanessa? Like, she said that True is, my uncle just called me and said that True is dead, and I don't know if it's a joke or what. And my first reaction is that it was a joke, because if anybody knew True, you would know that she was like the happiest person ever, and that just wasn't something like her, which I'll get into that later because it's about like warning signs and all of that. You know, there's never always going to be warning signs, but so my heart kind of dropped, but at the same time I was like, there's no way, like something has to be wrong. So I went downstairs to my mom and I was like, can you please call Vanessa? Like, Jasmine just called me and said that True passed away, like she's gone. Of course, so like right away. And by the look on my mom's face, I knew, because her face turned blood red and then she like instantly started crying. And she was like, yeah, True's gone. And still, I mean, I couldn't cry or anything because it just didn't seem real to me at that point. Like, I guess I was just kind of in shock. So she was like, we need to go. Like, we need to go to her house. What I was using. The NYX HD concealer. It's the green one. I just use it to color correct. I got there with my friend Carlos. And then Julissa. She's like my best friend. She came too. We honestly couldn't believe it. And everybody... I know this may sound dumb to some people, but like sometimes when you don't want to believe like somebody's died, you try to make up like excuses, especially when somebody commits suicide. I was like, there's no way, because she was like so happy all of the time that nobody wanted to believe that she had committed suicide. Her brother got there, which was one of the most heartbreaking things ever. Like, it still makes me like choke up just thinking about it, because when he got there, they told him and he just like started like bawling, crying and going crazy, and he wanted to see her, but of course you can't. Like, the police have her body and everything. You can't go and see her. And it was just one of the most heartbreaking things. And then my mom, she talked to her True's mom and the grandparents every day, just, you know, to make sure that they were okay and if they needed anything to let her know and all of that. I'm gonna go in with this liquid illuminator too, and basically just making sure that they were okay and that my mom would be there for them, because if anybody knows my mom, they know how nice she is and how giving and caring she is. So she was there for them, like, for a while. And then back in January of last year, True's mom ended up committing suicide herself too. So within this few couple of months, I'd lost two very important people to me, because next I'm going to go in with my Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. I'm in like the lightest shade because I'm pale. as anything. But I'm just gonna put some of that on my brush and put that on my face. So I don't know, as you guys can imagine, that was probably it was the hardest like part of my life, and I never really talked about it with anyone until I realized that I was actually still so upset about it, and I felt like I was actually depressed about it for the longest time, for a couple of months, and almost for a year, to be sorry you guys know my camera shuts off a lot, but I was depressed for the longest time, and I realized that if I didn't talk to anybody about it, I would never get better. And the way I took it out, like my sadness, is with anger, and it ruined a lot of relationships with a lot of different people for me. And looking back on it now, I do regret the way I acted, but you know, you can't change the past, and everybody handles death differently and all of that. But I mean, I don't know really how else you're supposed to react to people being gone in your life, two really important people in a couple of months of each other, and that we're all from the same cause. And it's always really hard, you know, like feeling like, what could I have done differently to have helped them see that they were more than being gone, or how important they were to like their family and all of that. But to tell you the truth, people that are depressed, even if you try and tell them, they don't know, like, it just, they're like, no, they're just saying that to try and make me feel better, or whatever other reason. And I think probably the best way to deal with that is talking to somebody. And I know no everybody wants to just stay silent about it sometimes, and people handle things differently. Like me, I held it in for the longest time, and I still really haven't talked to anybody about it, but I feel like talking about it on camera maybe will help me better, because I feel like maybe I can help some people that deal with the same thing, you know, deal with it differently than what they probably would, you know. So next I'm going into the Instant Age Rewind dark circle eraser. And guys, I didn't know how to use this for the longest time. I had bought it twice and tried to use it and then returned both of them. I had no idea that you had to twist the cap, because I'm an idiot. But I don't think I'll be repurchasing this just because it runs out so quickly. I've only used this like 3 times and it's already like a quarter of the way gone. So I'm just going to put that under my eyes to highlight. I honestly thought I would have more to say about that topic, but I just feel like kind of like at a loss of words. Yeah, my advice would just be to talk to somebody, whether it be a school counselor, a teacher, a parent, anyone. Like, just go and talk to somebody, because I promise you it'll make you feel a lot better. It's better to let all of your feelings out, you know, than to keep them bottled up inside, is what I realized, because it'll just make you feel a lot worse, and you'll eventually take out all of that anger and pain on somebody else, and it will transfer into anger, and you will lose a lot of people. I'm telling you, I've been through it, and I've lost a few people because of how I was acting, all because I kept my feelings bottled up inside. Because you see how big my beauty blender is? It's like huge. It's because I just washed it, so it has a lot of water in it still. I'm just gonna kind of push that into my skin. And I'm going to go into my NYX HD finishing powder. I think this one, yeah, it's in banana, and I'm going to use that to set like my highlighted areas. And I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques setting brush. Not flat powder foundation by NYX. I'm going to take this e.l.f. brush and just kind of put some of that like on my cheeks right here. I'm just going to kind of swirl that around there. So next, I'll probably have more to say later, but for right now, I'm just going to go into the tutorial. Now I'm going to go into my NYX matte bronzer and just swirl my Sigma, it's my F50 brush, I believe. Yeah, my F50 brush into that and bronze up my skin. As you can tell, NYX is my favorite drugstore brand. I'm just going to put that right here. I'm pretty sure I've said this in a video or two, but I don't like to contour anymore. Just because I feel like it looks super patchy on my skin for some reason. I can never blend it out correctly with my bronzer and it just ends up looking really bad. So I kind of like the more natural look of the bronzer. I feel like it's picking up orange on the camera, but it's really not. I promise you it actually looks good. By the way, you guys, I'm getting ready for work. And yes, I'm going to work with a full beat face. I don't even care. I'm going to go into this Too Faced little thing from, you know, that Christmas thing. And I'm going to take this brush that I just used to wipe off the extra powder. I'm going to go into the blusher here. It's called Mademoiselle. And I'm just going to take some of that on that brush, tap it off, and then put a little bit on my cheeks. I'm going to the Carly Bible palette, and I'm going to go into these two highlighters right here and just highlight with them and just mix them together. Okay, so while I did my eyebrows, I decided that I'm just going to do kind of a basic everyday eye look. So I'm going to go into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And I'm going to take this color right here. And I'm just going to put that in my crease as the transition shade. Okay, so after that, I'm going to go into this shade right here, right next to that kind of peanut butter looking shade. I'm just going to take this eyeshadow brush and pack that onto my lid. Okay, now I'm going to take my Ulta small eyeshadow brush and go into this brown shade right next to them. Basically, I'm using all of those three. And put that in my outer V just to deepen up the look a little bit more. My Sigma brush, wherever that is. I'm gonna blend those together with that brush. Blended that out to my liking. I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes with my NYC eyeliner, of course. And I'm just going to do kind of a thinner line. I just want my eyes to be a little bit more open. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into that darker brown shade that I used. I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. to kind of get this look a bit more of a smoky effect. I almost forgot to highlight my inner corner. So I'm going to go into the two big shades right here, the lightest shades in the palette, and just kind of mix those together and highlight my inner corner. I'm gonna do this other eye too because my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna charge it for a bit, finish this eye, and I'll be right back to finish off with the lips. So that took a lot longer than I expected because I don't know, lately I've just been messing up with the eyelash glue. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but the eyelash glue got on the eyelashes and it wasn't a good time. If anybody knows like any eyelash glue that like comes with a different applicator than this, because every time I squeeze this it like goes everywhere. It is really good eyelash glue, but it's just a mess. But I ended up just putting mascara on it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with my lips. I'm going in with MAC's Chestnut lip liner. I'm just gonna line my lips and fill them in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go into MAC Stone. I still have it in the box. I did use it once, but just to like try and test it out, I guess. But I'm just gonna put that all over my lips. It's kind of like a cool tone brown color. I know probably on camera it looks like Antique Velvet, which I already have, but it's a lot cooler toned and lighter than Antique Velvet. Okay, so this is the completed look, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said earlier, if you guys have any questions or if you need somebody to talk to about dealing with, you know, a death in the family, or dealing with, you know, losing somebody to suicide or anything like that, you can totally talk to me. I'm always here for anyone. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I will be recording one tomorrow, probably a more dramatic eye than this, and I might record another video, but I don't know on what yet. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.